Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for SearchFab.tv. And yes, I know things are tough, and most of us are going through some tough times with regards to the markets, but the show goes on. And here we are, updating you on our 2K to 100K crypto portfolio, a portfolio we put together throughout the last bear market. And now it feels like we are in another bear market. I know most people are avoiding calling it. I'm not saying this is a bear market. I think this is just the last shakeout before things go parabolic. If you look at the macroeconomic conditions, I think things are pointing to a situation where things actually have another massive leg up. So this is probably one of those times when the weaker hands are shaken up. Of course, just my own opinion. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And if you are not qualified to do your own research, or if you are not confident, please seek a financial advisor who is actually trained to give you financial advice. The information contained in this video is also just for educational as well as entertainment purposes. So who is still around? The markets are choppy, but the show goes on, like I say, and so far I have not seen any indications that we are actually entering a bear market, even though it's not going to send you a telegram or a text to say the bear market, here it comes. But this is also a time that defines those who are going to win if the market has got another leg up to go, or those who are going to lose if the market goes the other way. So like they say, only invest what you're prepared to lose. That said, let's jump into this update then, where we are going to be sharing with you guys those projects that we think are just experiencing drawdowns during a bull market. And most of these things, as you noticed last time when we had the massive market crash across the board, where there was little liquidity, things went almost to near zero. But obviously that was a manipulated situation. So we still have Pangolin and PNG token, which is still sitting at around 8 cents. Portfolio is $164.91, down 5.4% over the previous update. Is still up 49.6%. Iagon and the IG token is next, 10.3 cents this week. Portfolio is sitting at $1,027.92, 0.4 down over the previous update. Overall, we are sitting at 687.7%. Now, some people will be saying, well, these are still in profits, you need to take some. Look, some of us are proper degens, and we are looking forward to this going to the moon or to zero, whichever way. Of course, if it goes to zero, there is some pain. If it goes to the moon, it's celebrations all around, right? So, no, I am still holding, and if this goes to zero, so be it. I don't think this will go to zero. I think we still have another leg up, and all the metrics that we are looking at, and most of the indicators, even though some are undecided, majority of them are still indicating that we are still in a bull cycle. And then you got the graph and the GRT token still sitting at 6 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $61.34, down on the previous update by 6.1% and 38.5% down in the red overall. Fala Network is another one that is down about 50% overall. And then you got World Mobile Tokens, WMTX token, which is sitting at 13.2 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $57.85, down 13.7% over the previous update. Overall, down 42%. Am I still adding to some of these positions? Some I'm adding, but in my private portfolio. Others, as you'll see later on, others are actually been decimated, which is good in a way. It's not good for our portfolios, but in a way, this is good because it kind of clears the platform or the ecosystem of projects that never had any substance whatsoever. There were no fundamentals, there was no substance, it was all hype, and we are finding out now for some of these projects, I don't think they'll come back, but it was good whilst it lasted, right? Some people will say. So you also got the likes of Minswap, a Cardano DEX, for price is sitting at 1.3 cents, portfolio is sitting at $48.62, 10.1% down over the previous update, now down 51.2% overall. And then you got the likes of Torchen and the RUNE, down 3.8% over the previous update, 57.5% down in the red. So if I were to draw a line, which is always hard, I'll probably say anything that is still maybe 80% or 85% down, it's got a chance of coming back, with a few exceptions, of course. And there will be others that are over 85% that might still come back. So there is always going to be a few exceptions. But if anything is down 80% or 85% at this point, yeah, it's a challenge, but things are known to go down by that much in a bull market when you experience some severe drawdown. And most of it is actually good because it then means moving forward, it's only people who want the price to go up. Those who want to sell, they'll sell, because there are some people who are forever bears and they don't like the price going up. They're always shorting the market. So they win some and they lose some. And in most cases, like they say, in a bull market, the bear is always right, but it's the bull that makes the money. Does that make sense? So the bear is going to be right at some point, because if they keep repeating the same thing over and over again, they're going to be right at some point, but it's the bulls that make the money. Some people say, I know some people will argue and say, you should be making money in either direction, whether the market is going up or it's going down, but there are some risks involved in most of these guys when they are doing this. It's not because it's certain that what they are suggesting is going to happen. I mean, case in point, look at what happened during the massive retracement or that manipulation event that happened over 2 weeks ago, where both bears and bulls lost. So even the bears who shorted the market, they could not cash out even with stop losses in place. Why? Because there was no liquidity for them to take. So you start wondering then, or questioning, the market is broken, isn't it? Because there is no liquidity, or the market makers were on holiday. So yeah, I mean, if you go down our list, you go to the likes of our Droma line, probably where Star Atlas is. Anything below that, with the exceptions of the likes of Myria, I think it might come back. Sundae swap might come back. The rest, I'm not sure. You're talking of the likes of Color Network and the ACI token, Polkadex and the PDEX token, Blockchain Monster Hand and the BCMC token, Moonbeam Network and Glimmer token. That one is questionable, but I have no idea what's going on there. Kill Protocol almost dead, and Holoride of course dead. So I'll say those 5 or so, yeah, there is a good chance that they are not coming back. You're talking of a Color Network, PDEX token for Polkadex, Blockchain Monster Hand, Moonbeam, Kill Protocol. Holoride is already gone. And then the exceptions will be Sundae Swap, which is a DEX because it's still being used. It's got something that people can use. It's got a product. And you got Myria, which I think if the gaming and metaverse narrative comes back, Myria will be back. For now, it's looking dead at 94.2% and Sundae Swap at 90.9%. So those will be my exceptions if I'm looking at this list. And obviously the rest from Oasis Network, LFJ token, NearProtocol, ImmutableX, Torchain and RUNE token, Minswap, World Mobile token, Fala Network, The Graph, Iagon, and Pangolin. I think those will be okay. Let us know what you think, guys, in the comment section. Which ones you think will be coming back as far as our portfolio is concerned. And that portfolio this week is sitting at $1,683.62, down 4.4% over the previous update. Overall, down 29.2%. Yes, it's down almost 30%, but man, where you're holding some of these extremely risky projects and they're only down this much is still strong, if you ask me. Any thoughts? Let us know in the comment section, guys. Until the next one, bye for now.